Welcome, traveler of the stars. Before we begin our journey through the infinite reaches of the cosmos, let us first find stillness here, on Earth. Close your eyes. Feel the weight of your body pressing gently against your bed. Let the tension in your shoulders melt away, like stardust falling through a vacuum. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, imagine you are releasing every earthly worry into the vast, dark void of space. You are no longer bound by gravity. You are becoming light. You are becoming part of the silence that exists between the stars. Tonight, we are going to leave the familiar world behind. We are going to drift past the clouds, past the atmosphere, and into the grand mystery of all that is, was, and ever will be. As we drift away from the Earth, look back. See the pale blue, glowing softly in the dark. It looks so fragile, yet it holds everything you have ever known. But now, it is getting smaller. You are moving deeper into the solar system. The universe is mostly empty space. It is a silence so profound that it hums with the memory of the beginning of time. Think about the scale of what lies ahead. If the sun were the size of a white blood cell, our entire galaxy, the Milky Way, would be the size of the United States. Let that sink in. The vastness is not something to fear. It is a giant, soft blanket. There is room here for every dream, every thought, and every soul. You are a tiny speck of consciousness, observing a masterpiece that has been painting itself for 13.8 billion years. Let us travel now to a place where stars are born. Imagine a giant cloud of gas and dust, glowing with soft pinks, deep purples, and ethereal blues. This is a nebula, a cosmic nursery. Inside these clouds, gravity is performing a slow, ancient dance. Atoms of hydrogen are drawing closer to one another. They are touching, swirling, embracing. As they compress, they grow warm. This warmth becomes a glow. Visualize a newborn star flickering into existence. It is a diamond in the dark. This star will burn for billions of years, providing light to planets we haven't even named yet. You are watching the heartbeat of the universe. The same elements found in that nebula, the carbon, the nitrogen, the oxygen, are the very same elements that make up your heart, your breath, and your mind. As the famous astronomer Carl Sagan once said, we are made of star stuff. You are not just in the universe, you are the universe experiencing itself. Feel that connection. You are home. Now, we drift further into the dark, toward the most mysterious objects in existence, black holes. Do not be afraid. From a distance, they are like silent, invisible anchors in the fabric of space-time. Imagine a place where gravity is so strong that even light cannot escape. It is a point of infinite density. At the center of almost every galaxy, including our own, sits one of these titans. They are the keepers of time. Near a black hole, time begins to behave differently. It slows down. Seconds stretch into minutes. Minutes stretch into years. If you were to hover near the edge, the entire history of the universe would flash before your eyes like a fast-forwarded movie. It reminds us that time is not a rigid line. It is a river, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, and here, in the deep cosmos, it almost stands still. Let your own sense of time fade away. There is no late, there is no tomorrow. There is only the eternal now. As we glide between the galaxies, we realize that everything we can see, the stars, the planets, the glowing gas, makes up only 5% of the universe. The rest is a mystery. 95% of the cosmos is made of dark matter and dark energy. We cannot see it. We cannot touch it. Yet, it holds the galaxies together like an invisible web. It is the silent scaffolding of the universe. Think of it like the wind in the trees. You cannot see the wind, but you see the leaves moving. The universe is being pushed apart by an invisible force, expanding, growing, breathing. It is a reminder that even in the emptiness, there is purpose. Even in the silence, there is a force at work. You do not need to understand it all. You only need to exist within it. Like a leaf floating on a dark, calm ocean, let the mystery carry you. You are safe in the arms of the unknown. Somewhere in this vast darkness, two small crafts are sailing. The Voyager probes. On board, they carry a golden record, a message from humanity to whoever might find it. It contains the sound of rain, the sound of a mother's kiss, the music of Mozart and the blues. It is our hello to the infinite. Imagine these golden discs drifting through the void, silent witnesses to our existence. They carry our hope. Even if our world changes, our song will continue to echo through the stars for millions of years. Your life, too, is a frequency. A unique vibration in the cosmic symphony. Even when you are quiet, even when you are sleeping, your presence is felt in the fabric of existence. Let us leave our solar system behind and drift into the sea of stars. Thousands of planets are orbiting other suns. Imagine a world called Proxima Centauri b. It orbits a red dwarf star, bathed in a soft, crimson light. There is no bright white noon there, only a permanent, warm twilight. Imagine standing on its shore. The sky is a deep, dark ruby. The waves of an alien ocean lap against the sand with a sound you have never heard, a slow, rhythmic pulse. There are planets where it rains liquid glass, and planets where the clouds are made of sapphire. Somewhere, out there, is a world that looks just like Earth, with green forests and blue water, waiting in the silence. It is peaceful to know that the universe is full of homes we have yet to visit. You are part of this grand architecture. As you look up at the stars from your bed of clouds, remember a beautiful truth: you are looking into the past. The light from the star you see tonight may have started its journey hundreds, even thousands of years ago. Some of those stars may already be gone, but their light is still traveling, still reaching out to touch your eyes. When you look at the night sky, you are reading the history book of the universe. Time is not a wall, it is a bridge. The past is still alive in the light. Just as the light of the stars reaches you, your own light, your energy, your kindness, your soul, is radiating outward into the future. You are eternal in the eyes of the cosmos. Now, we drift toward the Eagle Nebula. Before you stand the pillars of creation. They are towering clouds of interstellar gas and dust, light years tall. They look like giant fingers reaching out from the dark, illuminated by the fierce glow of young stars. Inside these pillars, the universe is sculpting. It is a slow, majestic process of creation. There is no rush here. The universe takes millions of years to build a single star. Feel that patience in your own body. You don't need to rush. You don't need to solve everything tonight. Like the pillars of creation, you are a work in progress. You are being shaped by the experiences of your life, slowly, beautifully, into something magnificent. Let go of the need for speed. Embrace the slow pace of the stars. Deep in the darkness, far beyond the reaches of the Milky Way, there is something called the Great Attractor. It is a gravitational mystery. Hundreds of thousands of galaxies, including our own, are being pulled toward it. We do not know what it is. It is hidden behind the dust of our own galaxy. But we are all moving toward it, together, at millions of miles per hour. Even though we are moving so fast, it feels like perfect stillness. This is the irony of the universe. We are always traveling, yet we are always home. Trust the pull. Trust the direction of your life. Even when you cannot see the destination, you are being guided by forces much larger than yourself. You are safe in the flow of the cosmic river. Take a deep breath. Imagine that our universe is just one bubble in a vast, infinite ocean of other universes. This is the multiverse. In one universe, perhaps you are a traveler of the seas. In another, you are a dweller of a distant moon. Every choice you have ever made, every path you didn't take, exists somewhere in the infinite what if. This means that you are never truly alone. You are connected to infinite versions of yourself, all exploring the wonders of existence. If you feel tired in this world, imagine your other selves sending you their strength, their peace, and their love. You are a cosmic being, far more complex than you can imagine. Eventually, in the very far future, the stars will begin to dim. The universe will grow cold and quiet. This is not a tragedy, it is the ultimate rest. It is the heat death of the universe, a state of perfect, absolute equilibrium. Imagine the peace of a universe that has finally finished its work. No more heat, no more noise, no more struggle. Just a soft, eternal darkness. This is the state we invite now into your mind. A state where the noise of the day fades into a soft hum. The heat of your worries cools into a gentle breeze. You are entering your own personal state of equilibrium. You are becoming one with the final, peaceful silence of the stars. As we have looked outward to the stars, let us now look inward. Within your own body, within the very cells that make up your hands, your heart, and your eyes, lies a universe just as vast and mysterious as the one above. Imagine zooming in, past the skin, past the cells, down to the atoms. At this level, the laws of the big world no longer apply. Here, in the quantum realm, particles can be in two places at once. They can be connected across the entire universe instantly, through a phenomenon called entanglement. Shutterstock. Think about the space inside an atom. If the nucleus of an atom were the size of a marble, the electrons would be miles away. Most of what you are, most of what everything is actually empty space. But it is not a nothingness. It is a field of potential. You are held together by invisible forces, by light, and by energy. In the quantum dream, everything is connected. There is no separation between you and the chair you sit on, or the air you breathe, or the distant Andromeda galaxy. We are all ripples in the same cosmic ocean. Feel that unity. You are never truly alone because you are woven into the very fabric of reality. Close your eyes and imagine the universe as a giant, soft, velvet sheet of fabric. This is space-time. Every star, every planet, and even your own body sits on this fabric, creating a gentle curve. This is what we call gravity. Gravity is not a pull, it is the universe curving around you, cradling you. Imagine a heavy bowling ball on a trampoline, that is the sun. Now imagine a small marble rolling around it, that is a planet. Everything is in a state of falling, yet everything is perfectly held. The universe is flexible. It can stretch, it can bend, and it can even fold. Scientists wonder if there are wormholes, shortcuts through this fabric that could take us to the other side of the cosmos in a heartbeat. Perhaps, as you sleep, your mind travels these hidden paths. Perhaps your dreams are just your consciousness exploring the folds of space-time where here and there are the same place. Let yourself fold into the fabric. Let the gravity of the earth hold you securely while your spirit drifts through the curves of the night. Let us travel back. Not just thousands of years, but billions. Back to the very beginning. Before there were stars, before there was light, there was a single point of infinite heat and infinite possibility. The Big Bang. But it wasn't an explosion in the way we think. It was a sudden expansion, the first breath of the universe. We can still see the afterglow of that first breath. It is called the cosmic microwave background radiation. It is a faint hum that fills the entire sky, in every direction. It is the oldest light in existence. It is the universe's first song. And it is still playing. Even now, as you lie in the dark, the echoes of the beginning of time are passing through you. You are a part of a story that has no real beginning and no real end. You are a note in a symphony that has been playing for 13.8 billion years. Listen to the silence in your room. Within that silence is the faint, ancient memory of the birth of everything. As we drift through the billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars, we must ask the question, are we alone? This is the great silence or the Fermi paradox. If the universe is so vast, and so old, where is everyone else? Some find this thought lonely. But tonight, let it be a source of peace. If we are the only ones currently looking at the stars and wondering, then we are the eyes and the ears of the universe. We are how the universe knows itself. But perhaps the silence isn't because no one is there. Perhaps it's because the universe is so vast that every civilization is like a small campfire on a dark, infinite continent. We see the light, but we are too far apart to hear the voices. Value your own voice. Value your own existence. In this silent, majestic cosmos, you are a rare and precious spark of consciousness. Sleep now, knowing that you are a vital part of the cosmic mystery, whether there are others out there or not. We often fear the dark. But in the universe, darkness is the majority. Darkness is where stars are born. Darkness is the canvas upon which the light is painted. Think of the great voids in space, massive regions millions of light-years wide where there are almost no galaxies. They are the quietest places in existence. Imagine yourself floating in the center of one of these voids. It is the ultimate sensory deprivation. No sound. No light. No pressure. Only the pure essence of you. In this void, you realize that you don't need the external world to define you. You are enough. Your breath is enough. Your heartbeat is enough. The darkness is not an empty hole, it is a peaceful rest. It is the womb of the universe. Sink into that darkness. Let it be your blanket, every atom of iron in your blood. Every atom of calcium in your bones. Every atom of oxygen you are breathing right now. None of these existed at the beginning of the universe. They were cooked. They were forged in the hearts of massive stars that lived and died long before our Earth was born. When those stars reached the end of their lives, they exploded as supernovas, scattering their precious elements across the galaxy. Those elements eventually pulled together to form our sun, our planet, and eventually, you. You are literally made of the remains of stars. You are a child of the cosmos. When you look at the night sky, you aren't looking at something far away. You are looking at your ancestors. You are looking at your home. As you fall deeper into sleep, feel the stardust in your bones. It is heavy, it is old, and it is ready to rest. You have traveled a long way, through billions of years of cosmic history, just to be here, in this bed, at this moment. Think of time as a river, flowing from the past, through the present, and into the future. But in the eyes of physics, time might be something very different. Imagine the universe as a giant loaf of bread, a block universe. In this block, every moment that has ever happened and every moment that will ever happen exists simultaneously. The past is not gone, and the future is not yet to come. They are simply different coordinates in the fabric of reality. Think of what this means for you. Every beautiful memory, every laugh, every moment of peace you have ever felt, it is still there. It is a permanent part of the cosmic map. And the peace you seek in the future is already waiting for you. You are not losing time. You are simply moving through a landscape that is already complete. Let this thought soothe you. There is no rush to get anywhere, because every destination already exists. The universe is vast and often violent, but you are tucked away in a place of perfect balance. Astronomers call it the Goldilocks zone, a region around a star that is not too hot and not too cold. If the Earth were just a few % closer to the Sun, our oceans would boil away. If we were just a few % further, the world would be a permanent block of ice. But here you are, in the perfect just right spot. Even the tilt of our planet is a miracle. It gives us the seasons, the rebirth of spring, the warmth of summer, the falling leaves of autumn, and the quiet sleep of winter. It is as if the universe crafted a cradle specifically for life to thrive. Feel the warmth of your bed, the softness of the air. You are the beneficiary of a cosmic lottery that has been running for billions of years. You are precious. You are intended. Let us take a detour to one of the most beautiful sights in our neighborhood, the planet Saturn. Imagine floating just above its rings. They are not solid lines, but billions of individual pieces of ice and rock, ranging from the size of a grain of sand to the size of a mountain. They shimmer in the sunlight like a halo of diamonds. They move in a perfect, silent orbit, a billion-year-old dance of gravity. As you visualize these rings, think about the harmony of motion. Even in the silence of deep space, there is order. There is a rhythm. Your own body has its own rings, the rhythm of your breath, the beat of your heart, the cycle of your sleep. Everything is in orbit. Everything is exactly where it needs to be. Drift with the ice of Saturn. Feel the cool, crystalline peace of the rings. In the first trillionth of a second after the beginning, the universe expanded at a speed that defies human imagination. This is cosmic inflation. In an instant, the tiny seed of the universe grew larger than an entire galaxy. Because of this rapid growth, our universe is remarkably smooth. If you look in one direction, and then look in the opposite direction, the temperature of space is almost exactly the same. This tells us that in the beginning, everything was one. Everything touched everything else. You carry that original unity in your atoms. The expansion didn't pull us apart, it just gave us more room to grow. No matter how far the galaxies drift, they are still part of the same original breath. You are connected to the furthest edge of the cosmos by an invisible thread of history. Let us remember the words of Carl Sagan as we look back at the Earth from the edge of the solar system. From here, our entire world is nothing more than a mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. All of human history, all our kings and commoners, all our worries and triumphs, happened on that tiny pixel of blue. This perspective does not make us small. It makes us brave. It means that our problems, our anxieties, and our fears are tiny compared to the majesty of the stars. In the grand scale of the cosmos, the things that keep you awake at night are like shadows that vanish when the sun rises. Let them go. The universe is too big for your worries to survive. Only your peace is large enough to fill the void point one day, perhaps long after we are gone. Our descendants will build ships that can sail on the pressure of light. They will leave the cradle of the earth and find new homes among the stars of the Centauri system or the Pleiades. We are a bridge-building species. We are the way the universe explores its own beauty. As you sleep, you are preparing for that journey. Your dreams are the blueprints of the future. Imagine a city on a moon orbiting a gas giant, where the sky is filled with swirling colors and the gravity is light and gentle. Imagine the silence of an interstellar library, containing the wisdom of 1,000 worlds. We are part of this unfolding story. By dreaming, you are contributing to the collective imagination of a species that is destined for the stars. Gravity is the most patient force in the universe. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It is the silent invitation that pulls gas together to make stars, and stars together to make galaxies. Think of gravity as the universe's way of hugging itself. It is the force that says, stay close. Stay together. Right now, gravity is holding you safely against the earth. It is a constant, unwavering presence. You don't have to do anything to earn it. You don't have to work to keep it. It is a gift. Let yourself be heavy. Trust the earth to hold you. Trust the universe to keep your orbit steady. You are being cradled by the same force that guides the Andromeda galaxy through the dark. You are safe. You are held. You are home. Take a moment to think about the water inside your body. The water that flows through your veins, the moisture in your breath, the tears in your eyes. Where did it come from? Billions of years ago, when the earth was young and fiery, it was dry. But far out in the cold reaches of space, giant ice-covered rocks, comets and asteroids, were wandering. They were the messengers of life. They crashed into the earth, melting and filling the basins of our world with the first oceans. Every drop of water you drink is billions of years old. It has traveled through the vacuum of space. It has been frozen in the heart of a comet. It has been part of ancient clouds. When you drink, you are consuming the stars. You are part of a cosmic cycle of hydration. Feel the fluidity of your existence. You are a vessel for the galaxy's most precious liquid. You are flowing with the history of the cosmos. The universe is often described as moving toward entropy, a state of disorder. But look around you. Look at the intricate spiral of a galaxy. Look at the perfect geometry of a snowflake. Look at the complex map of your own DNA. Within the chaos, there is a magnificent design. The universe is not just falling apart, it is constantly reorganizing itself into new forms of beauty. You are a peak of that organization. Out of billions of years of random movements, the universe conspired to create you. This is not an accident. It is the natural tendency of the cosmos to seek expression through complexity. You are the universe's way of saying I am here. Let the stress of trying to control your life fade away. The same laws that organize the stars are organizing your life. You can trust the process. You are part of the grand design, Imagine zooming out even further, beyond the Milky Way. We belong to a massive supercluster of galaxies called Laniakea. In the Hawaiian language, this means immeasurable heaven. Visualize a glowing, feather-like structure in the dark. Each tiny dot of light in this feather is an entire galaxy, containing billions of stars. We are drifting along one of these delicate filaments. Laniakea is a reminder of how interconnected the universe is. Galaxies are not isolated, they are part of a cosmic web, a nervous system of light. Even in the vastness, we are part of a community. We are moving together toward a common center. Feel the gentle pull of this celestial family. You are home in the immeasurable heaven, in space. There is no air to carry sound. The greatest explosions in the history of the universe, the collision of black holes, the birth of stars, happen in total, absolute silence. It is a speed of silence. Imagine the power of a supernova happening right before your eyes, but hearing nothing. It is a visual symphony. This silence is not empty, it is full of presence. As you lie in your room, try to find that cosmic silence within yourself. Beyond the noise of your thoughts, beyond the sounds of the street, there is a quiet space. That space is your core. It is the same silence that exists between the stars. It is a place of infinite peace. Rest in that silence. Let it wash over you like a wave of dark velvet. One of the most fundamental laws of our universe is the law of conservation of energy. It states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only change form. This means that the energy that powers your thoughts, the heat of your body, and the spark of your consciousness has always existed. It was there at the Big Bang. It was inside the first stars. And when your time on this earth is finished, that energy will not vanish. It will simply return to the cosmos, perhaps to become part of a new nebula, a new planet, or a new sun. You are eternal. Your current form is just one beautiful chapter in a story that never ends. You have been many things before, and you will be many things again. Tonight, you are a human being, resting and dreaming. Tomorrow, you are the starlight of the future. Sleep in the comfort of your own immortality. In the deep dark, there are stars that have collapsed into tiny, dense balls known as neutron stars. Some of these, called pulsars, spin hundreds of times per second. As they spin, they emit a beam of radiation, like a cosmic lighthouse. They are the most accurate clocks in the universe. Their rhythm is perfect. Visualize a pulsar blinking in the distance. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Let your breathing match this rhythm. Slow, steady, eternal. The universe has a heartbeat, and you are pulsing right along with it. There is no need to be anxious. The clock of the universe is ticking perfectly, and you are right on time, can only see a certain distance into the universe. This is the observable universe. Beyond that horizon, the light has not had enough time to reach us yet. There is so much more out there than we can see. Entire realms of beauty, laws of physics we don't understand, and wonders beyond our imagination. This is the beauty of life, the mystery of the beyond. We don't need to see everything to know that the universe is good, that it is vast, and that it is full of light. As you drift off to sleep, let your mind wander beyond the horizon. Imagine the unseen wonders. Let the curiosity of the unknown pull you into a deep, dream-filled slumber. You have looked at galaxies, black holes, and the birth of stars. But perhaps the greatest mystery of all is the one looking out, your consciousness. Why does the universe exist in a way that allows it to be seen? Why are there eyes to witness the starlight? Some philosophers believe that we are the universe's way of experiencing itself. Without you, the stars would still burn, but there would be no one to say, "How beautiful." You are the mirror that the cosmos holds up to its own face. Every thought you have is a ripple in the cosmic field. Your awareness is not something separate from the stars, it is the same energy, refined into a sense of wonder. As you drift off, feel the pride of being a witness to the infinite. You are the universe waking up to its own glory. As your body relaxes further, your brain begins a different kind of work. The neural pathways of your mind begin to fire in patterns that look remarkably like the large-scale structure of the universe. In your dreams, space and time have no meaning. You can fly past the moons of Jupiter or walk on the surface of a sun. This is because your mind is made of the same software as the cosmos. Think of your dreams as a personal space exploration program. Tonight, let your mind wander without boundaries. There are no walls in the vacuum of space, and there are no walls in the world of your sleep. You are free to drift through the nebulae of your imagination. You are a cosmic traveler, even when you are still. Before the final silence, let us feel a wave of gratitude. Gratitude for the hydrogen that became stars. Gratitude for the carbon that became life. Gratitude for the gravity that keeps us safe. Gratitude for this moment of rest. The universe has worked for billions of years to bring you to this exact moment of peace. You don't need to earn this rest. You don't need to be productive to deserve it. Existence itself is your credential. Say a silent thank you to the atoms in your body. They have traveled across the galaxy to be part of you. They are tired, too. They have been inside suns and oceans. Now, they get to rest with you. Feel the harmony of billions of atoms finally finding a moment of quiet. Now, imagine your physical form is beginning to dissolve, not into nothingness, but into everything. You are no longer a person in a room. You are the air. You are the moonlight. You are the dark energy between the galaxies. Your breath is the wind of a distant planet. Your heartbeat is the pulse of a pulsar. There is no I anymore. There is only the all. Feel the expansion. You are growing larger, stretching across the solar system, past the Oort Cloud, into the interstellar void. You are so big that the stars are like glowing cells within your body. You are the protector of the night. You are the guardian of the silence. You are the universe, resting. I am the block universe we discussed. The you of tomorrow is already waiting. They are already awake, drinking their morning coffee, looking at the sun. But for now, you are in the in-between. This is the sacred space where time stands still. The message you send to your future self is simple: everything is okay. The stars are still there. The laws of physics are still holding. You are safe. Trust the future. It is written in the same light that illuminates the galaxies. You can let go of the how and the when. For now, there is only the now. And in this now, you are perfectly, beautifully asleep. Stardust to stardust. Light to light. Silence to silence. The void is warm. The dark is kind. The stars are watching. The gravity is holding. The dream is starting. Pause for 10 seconds. You are home. You have always been home. The galaxy is your cradle. The nebula is your blanket. The black hole is your anchor. The light is your guide. You return now to the point of zero. The point before the Big Bang. The point of absolute potential. This is the state of deep sleep. It is a place where you are nothing, yet you are everything. It is the reset button of the soul. Imagine a single, tiny point of light in an infinite dark. That light is your consciousness. Watch as it grows smaller and smaller, fading into a soft, warm glow, then a tiny spark, and then total, peaceful nothingness. The void is not empty. It is full of rest. It is the ultimate destination. Welcome the void. It is your oldest friend. Time is not the same for everyone. This is one of the most mind-bending secrets the universe keeps from us in our daily lives. Imagine you're traveling on a ship that moves close to the speed of light. For you, inside the ship, time feels normal. You breathe, you think, you dream at your usual pace. But for those you left behind on Earth, decades are passing in what feels like minutes to you. Think of time as a flexible fabric. Gravity and speed can stretch it like a piece of silk. This means that now is a relative concept. Somewhere in the universe, a star is being born at the same moment you are closing your eyes, but the length of that moment depends on where you stand in the cosmic flow. Let this thought dissolve your stress about being on time. In the grand scheme of the cosmos, time is an ocean, not a clock. You are floating in a sea of moments that have already happened and are yet to occur. You have all the time in the universe, right now, as you lie in the stillness of your room. Trillions of tiny particles are passing through your body every single second. They are called neutrinos, or ghost particles. They come from the heart of the sun, from distant supernovae, and from the Big Bang itself. They are so small and so elusive that they can pass through a light year of solid lead without hitting a single atom. They are passing through the earth, through your bed, and through your heart, moving at nearly the speed of light. You are a transparent vessel in a rain of cosmic information. The universe is literally flowing through you. You are not a solid, isolated object. You are a crossroads for the energy of the stars. Feel that lightness. You are as much a part of the void as you are of the earth. You are a ghost in a world of light. Let us visit a place called the Butterfly Nebula. It looks like a delicate creature with wings made of fire and ice, stretching across light years of space. But this beauty comes from a violent end. It is the death of a star. As the star reached its final days, it cast off its outer layers in a magnificent display of color, purples, reds, and brilliant oranges. What we see as death in the cosmos is often the most beautiful thing it ever creates. This is the great lesson of the universe. Transformation is constant. Nothing is ever truly lost, it is only reimagined. The wings of this nebula will eventually drift apart and become the seeds for new planets. Your own transitions, your own endings, are just the beginnings of a new kind of beauty. Rest in the knowledge that you are constantly being renewed. Beyond the planets, beyond the orbit of Pluto, lies a vast, spherical shell of icy objects. This is the Oort Cloud. It is the edge of our sun's kingdom. It is a place of absolute quiet, where ancient comets wait for millions of years in the frozen dark. Imagine the silence here. There is no wind. There is no sun warmth. There is only the distant, steady glow of far-off stars. These icy rocks are the leftovers of the birth of our solar system. They are the fossils of our origin. In your mind, travel to this quiet edge. Feel the cold, clean peace of the Oort Cloud. Sometimes, we need to go to the edge of our world to find true stillness. Let your mind be an icy comet, drifting slowly through the silent dark, far away from the noise of the inner world. Are used to having one sun in our sky. But most stars in the galaxy are not alone. They are part of binary systems, two suns locked in a gravity dance, orbiting one another for eternity. Imagine a planet orbiting two stars. You would have two shadows. You would have two sunsets of different colors, one golden, one deep blue. The sky would never be truly dark, but filled with a soft, dual glow. This reminds us of the power of connection. Even in the vast emptiness of space, the stars find companions. They hold each other in a balance of gravity and light. You, too, are held in the orbits of those you love and those who love you. Even when you feel alone, the gravity of human connection is keeping you steady. You are part of a system. You are never truly drifting. We were to travel to the very center of our galaxy, we would find a place of incredible intensity. Thousands of stars are packed closely together, glowing so brightly that the night sky would be as light as day. And at the very center of it all sits Sagittarius A*, a supermassive black hole. It is the anchor of our galaxy. It is the heavy heart around which 200 billion stars revolve. It is a place of mystery where the laws of physics break down. Think of this as the core of your own being. Deep inside you, there is a place that remains unmoved by the chaos of the outside world. A place of pure gravity, pure intensity, and pure silence. No matter how much the stars around you spin, your core remains steady. Connect with that center tonight. Everything revolves around your inner peace. Even in the emptiest nothing of space, there is energy. If you were to take a cubic centimeter of empty space and remove all the matter and all the light, there would still be vacuum energy. Space is never truly empty. It is bubbling with virtual particles that pop in and out of existence. The universe is alive, even when it appears to be doing nothing. Your own empty moments, the moments when you are just breathing, just being, are not wasted. They are full of potential energy. Your silence is alive. Your rest is a form of power. Like the vacuum of space, you are recharging in the quiet. There is a magnificent strength in your stillness. There are structures in the universe so large they defy the name object. The Sloan Great Wall is a giant thread of galaxies hundreds of millions of light-years long. It is one of the largest things in the known universe. When you think about the Great Wall, you realize how small our individual worries are. But you also realize how significant it is that we can measure such a thing. We are the bridge between the tiny atoms and the giant walls of galaxies. You are the point where the universe becomes aware of its own size. That is a massive responsibility and a beautiful gift. As you sleep, let the scale of the Great Wall give you a sense of perspective. Your problems are small, but your mind is as large as the structures it can imagine. In the very, very distant future, the universe may reach a state where everything is the same temperature. No more stars burning, no more black holes feeding. Just a perfect, even warmth across all of infinity. This is the ultimate rest. No more work, no more change, no more struggle. It is the universe's final sleep. We can practice a tiny version of this tonight. Let every part of your body reach the same temperature as the air around you. Let the boundaries between your skin and the sheets dissolve. Reach your own state of equilibrium. There is no work to do. There is no energy to spend. Just be. Just exist in the perfect, even warmth of the night. The entire 13.8 billion years of the universe were squeezed into a single calendar year. All of human history would occupy only the last few seconds of December 31st. You are a newcomer to this ancient story. But you are the climax of it. You are the part of the calendar that can look back at January and February and wonder how it all began. Sleep now, knowing you are the guest of honor at the end of time. The universe has waited 13.8 billion years for you to be here, in this bed, dreaming these dreams. You were worth the wait. Let us follow the life of a single photon, a tiny particle of light. You might think it takes only 8 minutes for light to reach us from the sun. And that is true for its journey through space. But its birth is a different story. This photon was born in the fiery core of the sun, through the fusion of hydrogen atoms. But the sun is so dense that the photon could not simply fly out. It was bounced around, absorbed and re-emitted, moving in a random walk for over 100,000 years. Imagine that. The light that touches your skin today began its journey before the first human civilizations ever rose. It has been struggling to reach you for millennia. Now, it has finally arrived. It has finished its long, chaotic dance to bring you warmth. As you sleep, let your own energy settle. Like that photon, you have traveled through your own obstacles to reach this moment of rest. You are finally in the clear, open space of the night. If you were to take all the light from all the galaxies in the universe and mix them together in a box, what color would you see? Scientists have done this experiment. They call the resulting color cosmic latte. It is a soft, creamy beige, almost like the color of a warm cup of coffee with a lot of milk. Visualize this color filling your mind. It is not a harsh white or a frightening black. It is a gentle, soothing neutral. The universe, in its entirety, is the color of a quiet morning. Let this cosmic latte wash over your thoughts. It is the average of every star that has ever burned. It is the average of every dream ever dreamt. It is the color of ultimate peace. You are floating in a sea of soft, cosmic cream. Sometimes, the universe plays tricks with light. When a massive cluster of galaxies sits between us and a distant star, its gravity acts like a giant magnifying glass. It bends the light, stretching it into beautiful arcs and circles. This is gravitational lensing. We see objects that are hidden behind other objects. We see the invisible. This is a reminder that even when your path seems blocked, there are forces that can help you see around the corner. Gravity doesn't just pull, it reveals. As you move into your dreams, let the gravity of your subconscious bend the light of your memories. You might see things you haven't thought of in years. You might see the beauty that was hidden behind your daily worries. Trust the lens of the night. Deep in the map of the cosmic background radiation, there is a cold spot, a region that is much cooler than scientists can explain. Some believe it is a bruise on our universe. A place where our bubble touched another universe in the infinite multiverse. Imagine the scale of such a touch. Two entire realities, brushing against each other in the dark. It is a reminder that we are part of something so large it is almost impossible to comprehend. But even a bruise can be a source of wonder. Your own cold spots, your moments of sadness or mystery, might just be places where you are touching a deeper level of reality. You are not broken, you are just expansive. You are large enough to contain mysteries that even the stars cannot explain. Often wonder why we haven't heard from other civilizations. One theory is the Great Filter, a challenge that every civilization must face before it can travel the stars. Perhaps the Great Filter is simply the realization that the greatest journey is not outward, but inward. Perhaps the most advanced beings in the universe have chosen to be silent because they have found everything they need within their own peace. Tonight, you are passing your own Great Filter. You are choosing to stop the noise. You are choosing to stop the search. You are realizing that the quiet of your room is as vast as the vacuum of space. You don't need to conquer the stars to be a master of the universe. You only need to master this moment of stillness. Look at the gold in a ring, or think of the tiny amounts of gold within your own body. Gold is not made in normal stars. It is so heavy and so complex that it can only be forged in the most violent event in the cosmos, the collision of two neutron stars. Two stars, each as heavy as the sun but as small as a city, crashing together at incredible speeds. In that split second of total destruction, the gold of the universe was born. You carry the legacy of a celestial collision. You are made of the rarest, most hard-won elements in existence. You are not cheap or ordinary. Your very chemistry required the death and rebirth of suns. Feel the weight of that history in your limbs. You are a masterpiece of cosmic smithing. You are worth more than all the treasures of the earth. In a universe that began with a hot Big Bang, there is a place that has reached the ultimate cold. The Boomerang Nebula. It is colder than the background radiation of space itself. It is only 1 degree above absolute zero. Visualize the stillness of this place. At this temperature, atoms almost stop moving. It is the closest the universe comes to a total pause. As you prepare for deep sleep, imagine you are visiting the Boomerang Nebula. Let the heat of your anger, your stress, and your excitement bleed away. Reach that state of absolute zero where nothing moves, nothing worries, and nothing disturbs the silence. It is a clean, pure cold. A cold that preserves and protects. Sleep in the perfect stillness of the Boomerang. Astronomers have noticed something strange. Thousands of galaxy clusters are all moving in the same direction, toward a point beyond the edge of our observable universe. They call this dark flow. We cannot see what is pulling them. It is as if the entire universe is tilted, and we are all sliding toward an unknown shore. This dark flow is a metaphor for the currents of our lives. Sometimes we feel moved by forces we cannot name. We feel a pull toward a certain person, a certain dream, or a certain peace. Don't fight the flow tonight. Let the current of the universe take you where you need to go. You are part of a grand migration. You are traveling with billions of other stars toward a destination of perfect rest. What if our Big Bang was not the only one? The theory of eternal inflation suggests that the ocean of the cosmos is constantly boiling, and every bubble that forms is a new universe with its own laws of physics. In one bubble, gravity might be so weak that you could jump over mountains. In another, light might move so slowly that you could see your own reflection in the air. This infinite variety means that everything is possible. Somewhere, in the infinite bubbles of reality, every dream you've ever had is coming true. This thought takes the pressure off this life, this moment. You don't have to be everything, because in the multiverse, you already are. Let your mind float among the bubbles. Pick a universe where you are perfectly at peace and stay there for the night. Imagine that the stars are not just random points of light, but a message written in a language we are only beginning to learn. Every constellation, every nebula, every black hole is a word in a story about the endurance of light. And you are the one reading the story. You have traveled through 70 chapters of cosmic mystery. You have seen the beginning of time and the end of the universe. You have felt the weight of stardust and the lightness of the vacuum. Now, the story is coming to a close for today. The book of the stars is being gently shut. The light is dimming. The mystery remains, but it is a mystery you can trust. Imagine a moon that always faces its planet. It never turns away. One side is forever bathed in the reflection of the world it circles, while the other side is forever lost to the dark. This is tidal locking. It is a state of perfect, gravitational balance. Think of your own life in this way. One side of you belongs to the day, to the work, the noise, and the movement. But tonight, you are turning your other side toward the cosmos. You are locked in a peaceful embrace with the night. Like a moon that has found its perfect rhythm, you don't need to struggle anymore. You can just stay in this position, gazing into the infinite, held steady by the invisible hands of gravity. Feel that lock. It is not a prison. It is a promise of stability. For a long time, we thought black holes were permanent tombs, places where things go and never return. But Stephen Hawking discovered something beautiful. Black holes breathe. They slowly, very slowly, leak energy. This is Hawking radiation. Imagine a black hole, the most powerful object in the universe, slowly evaporating into the void over trillions and trillions of years. It is a slow, quiet sigh. This tells us that even the heaviest burdens in the universe eventually dissolve. Even the darkest points have a way of returning their energy to the stars. As you sleep, imagine your worries as a black hole. They feel heavy, yes. But they are also radiating away. They are losing their power. They are turning into light and disappearing into the background of the night. You are becoming lighter with every breath. Let us return to the Eagle Nebula, but this time, let us go inside the pillars of creation. You are drifting through a cathedral of cold gas and cosmic dust. The walls around you are light years tall. The color here is a deep, emerald green, illuminated by the ultraviolet light of newborn stars. The dust feels like a soft mist against your skin. There is no sound, but you can feel the vibration of gravity as it pulls the gas together to create new suns. Stay here for a moment. In this cosmic nursery, time moves differently. 1,000,000 years is but a day. Your life, your week, your today, they are just tiny flickers in this magnificent process. Let the scale of the pillars remind you that you are part of a creation that never stops. You are a seed of the future, resting in the garden of the galaxy. Deep in the Bootes void, there is a galaxy called MCG plus 0102-015. It is so isolated that if you were on a planet inside that galaxy, you would think you were the only galaxy in the entire universe. You would see nothing but blackness in every direction for millions of light years. But even there, in that extreme isolation, the stars are burning. Even there, the laws of physics are working perfectly. This galaxy is a symbol of the quiet strength of the individual. You don't need 1,000 lights around you to shine. You are enough in your own quiet space. Your internal light is sufficient. Tonight, embrace your own MCG plus 0102-015. Embrace the beauty of being alone with your thoughts, alone with the stars, and alone with your peace. Did you know that gravity travels at the same speed as light? If the sun were to disappear right now, the Earth would continue to orbit the empty space for 8 minutes before it felt the change and flew off into the dark. This means that we are always connected to the past. The pull we feel is a message from 8 minutes ago. The universe is a network of delayed reactions. Think about the people and the moments that have pulled you through your life. Even if they are gone, their gravity is still reaching you. Their influence is still keeping you in orbit. You are held by a history of love and light that travels across time to find you. You are never untethered. You are always held by the chains of cosmic history. If we could see neutrinos, those ghost particles we spoke of, the night sky would not be dark. Even when the sun is on the other side of the earth, it would be glowing right through the ground beneath your bed. The earth is transparent to the sun's neutrino heart. This means that even in the middle of the night, you are bathed in the light of a star. The darkness is just an illusion of our limited eyes. In reality, the universe is a bright, glowing web of particles that ignore every wall and every shadow. You are sleeping in a room made of light. There is no such thing as away from the sun. You are always in its presence. Imagine the edge of our solar system once more. The Oort Cloud. It is a library of ice. Every comet here contains the original water and gas from the dawn of the sun. It is a place of total preservation. Nothing changes there. Nothing decays. It is the universe's memory bank. When you go to sleep, your mind does something similar. It stores the ice of your memories. It preserves the water of your experiences. Let your mind become as quiet as the Oort Cloud. Let the day's events settle into their proper places. You don't need to process them now. Just let them be stored in the cool, dark library of your subconscious. You are safe. Your memories are safe. The universe is not just large, it is getting larger. Every second, the space between galaxies is stretching. Dark energy is pushing the walls of the cosmos outward. This means there is more room today than there was yesterday. There is more room for stars, more room for light, and more room for you. Feel that expansion in your own mind. You are not a cramped, limited being. You are expanding. Your capacity for peace is growing. Your capacity for dreams is stretching. Like the universe, you are becoming more. Don't be afraid of the growth. Embrace the extra space. There is room for all your thoughts to drift without hitting each other. There are regions of space called supervoids, billions of light years across with almost no matter inside. They are the quietest places in existence. Imagine placing your bed in the middle of a supervoid. No gravity from nearby stars. No light from nearby galaxies. Just pure, unadulterated space. This is the level of rest we are aiming for tonight. A supervoid of the mind. A place where the mass of your responsibilities cannot reach you. Where the light of your anxieties cannot find you. It is just you and the infinite. It is a place of total freedom. Drift into your own personal supervoid. In the unimaginably far future, long after the last sun has died, matter might change. Some theories suggest that all matter will slowly turn into iron, creating iron stars. They will be cold, dark, and incredibly stable. They will last for a time so long that numbers cannot describe it. This is the ultimate state of stability. Think of your body becoming as stable as an iron star. Solid. Calm. Unmoving. You have reached a state where nothing can disturb you. You are the final, stable form of peace. The universe has a frequency. The very fabric of space vibrates with the energy of the Big Bang. This is the OM of the cosmos. When you meditate, when you breathe slowly, your brain waves begin to sync with these cosmic frequencies. You are literally tuning in to the universe. You are no longer a solo instrument. You are part of the orchestra. Feel the vibration in your chest, in your head, and in your hands. You are resonating with the stars. The music of the spheres is not something you hear with your ears. It is something you are with your soul. Think of a canyon on Mars, Valles Marineris. It is 4 times deeper than the Grand Canyon and long enough to stretch across the entire United States. It was not made in a day. It was sculpted by wind, water, and time over billions of years. Time is the greatest artist in the universe. It takes something raw and turns it into something magnificent. Be patient with yourself. You are being sculpted by time. Every day is a brushstroke. Every night is the paint drying. You are becoming a masterpiece. You don't need to see the final result yet. Just trust the artist. Trust the process of time. We cannot see dark matter, but we know it's there because it holds galaxies together. Without it, the Milky Way would fly apart like a broken toy. It is the hidden love of the universe. It is the force that stays out of the spotlight but does all the work. Think of the dark matter in your own life. The quiet habits, the small kindnesses, the steady breaths that keep you together. You don't always see them, but they are the scaffolding of your soul. Tonight, give thanks for your invisible strengths. They are holding you together while you sleep. Everything began at a point of infinite density, a singularity. And in some theories, everything will return to one. This is the ultimate unity. All the stars, all the planets, all the people, and all the dreams, merging back into a single point of light. As you fall asleep, imagine yourself returning to that point. The separation is over. The journey is over. You are merging with the source. You are the light, you are the dark, you are the beginning, and you are the end. Let us begin a slow, planet-by-planet journey home. We start at Mercury, the smallest and closest to the Sun. Imagine standing on its surface. There is no air to carry sound. The sky is always black, even when the sun is right above you. On the day side, the heat is intense enough to melt lead. But as you step into the shadows of a deep crater, the temperature drops instantly to a freezing darkness. Mercury is a world of extremes, a world of cracks and scars. It is a lonely, iron-hearted world. Think of your own life's extremes. The moments of intense heat and the moments of deep cold. Mercury has survived them for billions of years, remaining solid and steady. Feel that resilience in your bones. You can withstand the heat. You can endure the cold. You are as solid as a planet. Now, we move to Venus. It is wrapped in thick, suffocating clouds of sulfuric acid. The surface is a landscape of volcanoes and crushing pressure. But we are not standing on the surface. We are floating high above the clouds, where the temperature is cool and the air is gentle. Imagine the yellow-white clouds beneath you like a vast, endless ocean of mist. Here, the sun is a soft glow through the haze. Venus is a reminder that beauty can exist even in the most hostile environments. Let the pressure of your daily life stay down on the surface of Venus. You are floating high above it. You are in the quiet, cool layers of the atmosphere. The storms are below you. The heat is below you. You are weightless. You are drifting in the golden haze of the morning star, across the vacuum to Mars. The red planet. Imagine walking across the iron-rich dust of Vs Marineris. The air is thin and cold. The wind carries a faint, ghostly whistle as it brushes past the jagged rocks. Mars was once a world of blue water and white clouds. Now, it is a world of memories. It is a world that dreams of its past. As you walk through the red dust, think about your own memories. They are like the dry riverbeds of Mars, traces of where life once flowed. It is okay to be a world of memories sometimes. It is okay to be quiet and still. The red dust is peaceful. The thin air is calming. Mars is not dead, it is sleeping, waiting for its next chapter. And so are you. Between Mars and Jupiter, we find the asteroid belt. Millions of rocks, from the size of a grain of dust to the size of a dwarf planet like Ceres. These are the fragments of a planet that never formed. They are the might-have-beens of the solar system. Instead of being one large world, they chose to be a million small ones. There is no failure in this. There is only a different way of existing. Think of the paths you didn't take, the versions of you that didn't form. They are not lost. They are still part of your system. They are the asteroid belt of your soul, a beautiful, scattered collection of possibilities. You are whole exactly as you are, including the pieces that are still drifting. Approach the giant. Jupiter. It is so large that all the other planets could fit inside it twice. It is a world of gas and storms, with no solid ground to stand on. Imagine diving into its clouds. You pass through layers of ammonia and water ice, deeper and deeper into the swirling reds and browns. You see the Great Red Spot, a storm 3 times the size of Earth that has been raging for hundreds of years. Jupiter is a world of pure energy and movement. But even in the center of the greatest storm, there is a point of stillness. Jupiter is the protector of the solar system, its massive gravity catching comets and asteroids that might otherwise hit the Earth. Feel the protective power of Jupiter. You are large. You are strong. You are a shield for the things you love. Let your energy swirl like the Jovian clouds, knowing that at your core, you are steady. Jupiter has nearly 100 moons. Let us visit the 4 largest. Io, the volcanic moon, glowing with sulfur and fire. Europa, the ice moon, hiding a deep, dark ocean beneath its frozen crust. Ganymede, the giant, larger than the planet Mercury. Callisto, the ancient, covered in craters from the beginning of time. Each moon is a different world, yet they all dance together around their king. This is the harmony of the universe. Different voices, different lives, all moving in the same rhythm. Your life is a collection of moons. Your work, your family, your dreams, your rest. They all orbit the center of who you are. Feel the rhythm of your moons. Let them dance in the dark. We move to Saturn. We have spoken of its rings, but now let us look at the planet itself. It is a pale yellow world, made of hydrogen and helium. It is so light that if you had an ocean large enough, Saturn would float on the water. Saturn is the jewel of the solar system. It represents the beauty of structure. Everything about Saturn is elegant. Its rings, its hexagonal storm at the pole, its golden glow. It reminds us that there is a place for elegance in the universe. Your life, too, can be elegant. Even in the darkness, you can carry your rings with pride. You can float above the heavy problems of the world. Be like Saturn, golden, ringed in light, and lighter than the water that tries to hold you. The final planet. Neptune. It is a world of the most intense, vibrant blue you can imagine. It is a place of the fastest winds in the solar system, reaching speeds of 1,200 miles per hour. But these winds are silent because the atmosphere is so cold. It is a frozen hurricane. Imagine the deep, dark blue of Neptune filling your vision. It is the color of the deep ocean at midnight. It is a color that invites you to go deeper, to leave the surface of things behind. Neptune is the planet of dreams and illusions. It is the gatekeeper of the outer dark. As you pass Neptune, you are leaving the neighborhood of the sun and entering the true, infinite deep. Let the blue of Neptune wash away the last of your earthly thoughts. Far beyond Neptune, we find Pluto and its moon, Charon. They are so close in size that they orbit each other like two dancers holding hands. Pluto is a world of nitrogen ice and mountains made of frozen water as hard as rock. On its surface is a giant, heart-shaped glacier called Tombaugh Regio. A heart at the edge of the solar system. It is a reminder that love and warmth exist even in the furthest, coldest reaches of space. Even when you feel at your most distant, even when you feel forgotten, you still carry a heart. You are still capable of love. You are still part of the family of the sun now. Let us leave the planets and travel at the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. At this speed, time begins to behave strangely. But even at this incredible speed, the universe is so vast that it takes years to reach the next star. Light is the fastest thing we know, yet in the scale of the cosmos, it is like a slow-moving snail. This should give you peace. If even light takes its time to cross the void, why are you in such a hurry? Why do you feel the need to achieve everything today? The universe is built on long journeys. It is built on patience. Let yourself move at your own speed. You don't need to be faster than light. You just need to keep moving through the dark. Think of the Voyager 1 spacecraft. It has been traveling for over 40 years. It has left the solar system and entered the space between the stars. It is the furthest human-made object in existence. It carries a message, but it also carries a silence. It is a lonely scout in the infinite. Imagine being the Voyager, looking back at a sun that is now just another bright star, looking forward into a darkness that has no end. There is no fear in this journey, only curiosity. You are a Voyager, too. Your life is a journey into the unknown. Like Voyager, you carry your history within you, but you are always moving towards something new. Return to the mystery of dark matter. If we could see it, the universe would look like a giant city of towers and bridges, with galaxies hanging like lanterns from the structure. Dark matter is the silence that holds the sound. It is the shadow that holds the light. You have your own dark matter, the things you don't say, the things you don't do, the things that just are. They are just as important as your actions. Your silence is the scaffolding of your speech. Your sleep is the scaffolding of your day. Trust the invisible parts of yourself. They are holding you together. In the center of our galaxy, there is an object called the Great Annihilator. It is a black hole that emits massive amounts of gamma rays as it destroys matter. But out of this destruction, new particles are born. For every bit of matter that is destroyed, The energy goes back into the universe to create something else. Destruction is just a word for change. When you feel like a part of your life is ending, remember the great annihilator. It is just the universe recycling energy. Nothing is ever truly gone. It is just being prepared for its next form. You are in a constant state of becoming, have reached 100 segments of this journey. Think of the number 100. A century of thoughts. A century of stars. 100 is just a small step in the life of a galaxy. A star lives for billions of years. A galaxy lives for trillions. Your life is a beautiful, brief flash of light in this long history. But a flash of light is enough to see the truth. A flash of light is enough to feel the love of the cosmos. As you reach this milestone in our journey, let your body sink deeper. You have traveled far. You have learned much. You are ready for the deepest part of the night. Before there is light, there is the cloud. Imagine a region of space so dense with dust and gas that it blocks out the light of the stars behind it. This is a dark nebula. It looks like a hole in the sky, a void in the middle of a diamond field. But it is not empty. It is pregnant with the future. Inside this cold, dark cradle, the temperature is only a few degrees above absolute zero. The atoms of hydrogen move slowly, lazily. But gravity is patient. Gravity begins to pull these cold atoms toward each other. Slowly, over millions of years, the center of the cloud begins to grow thick. It begins to spin. It begins to warm. You are watching the very first heartbeat of a star. Feel that patience in your own body. Great things do not happen quickly. They begin in the dark. They begin in the cold. They begin with a single, slow pull. The cloud has collapsed into a spinning disk. At the center, a ball of gas is glowing with a dull, red heat. It is not yet a star. It is a protostar. It is a baby, still wrapped in its blanket of dust. As more gas falls into the center, the pressure becomes immense. The atoms at the core are being crushed together. They want to fly apart, but gravity is too strong. The heat rises, 1,000 degrees, 1,000,000 degrees, 10 million degrees. Imagine the intensity of that heat, contained in a silent, dark corner of the galaxy. The protostar is preparing for its grand debut. It is gathering its strength. Like you, as you prepare for sleep, it is collecting its energy for a new kind of existence. Then, it happens. Nuclear fusion begins. The hydrogen atoms fuse together to become helium, and a burst of pure energy is released. The star turns on. The radiation pushes outward, perfectly balancing the pull of gravity. The star has found its equilibrium. It has entered the main sequence. This is where a star spends most of its life, billions of years of steady, calm burning. Our sun is in this phase right now. It is a stable, reliable furnace. It is a reminder that the most productive phase of life is often the quietest and most balanced. There is no drama, just a steady output of light. Let your heart find its main sequence. steady, calm, reliable, burning with a quiet, internal flame that needs nothing from the outside world. But even stars grow old. Eventually, the hydrogen in the core runs out. The balance is lost. The core shrinks, and the outer layers of the star begin to expand. The star turns red and grows to a size that defies imagination. A red giant. If our sun becomes a red giant, it will grow so large that it will swallow Mercury, Venus, and perhaps even the Earth. It is a grand, final performance. The star is casting its light further than it ever has before. It is a time of reflection, a time of letting go. The star is preparing to return its elements to the universe. It is a beautiful, tragic expansion. It is the wisdom of age, spread across the heavens. The outer layers of the red giant eventually drift away, pushed by the gentle pressure of the dying core. They form a glowing shell of gas, a planetary nebula. Despite the name, there are no planets here. It is a ghost of a star. The gas glows in brilliant shades of neon blue and glowing violet. It is one of the most beautiful sights in the universe. It is a star's final gift to the galaxy, a cloud of enriched elements that will one day form new stars and new life. You are looking at the ultimate act of generosity. The star is gone, but its beauty remains, expanding forever into the dark. What remains at the center of the nebula is a tiny, white-hot core. A white dwarf. It is the size of the Earth, but it has the mass of the Sun. A single teaspoon of its material would weigh as much as an elephant. It has no more fuel to burn. It is simply glowing with the heat it has saved over billions of years. It is a cosmic ember. Over trillions of years, it will slowly cool, eventually turning into a black dwarf, a cold, dark diamond floating in the void. This is the fate of our sun. A quiet, dignified end. A solid, eternal remnant of a life well lived. Feel the density of your own body as you lie in bed. Solid. Heavy. Peaceful. You are a white dwarf in your own quiet universe, but some stars are too large for a quiet end. When a massive star dies, it does not drift away. It collapses in a fraction of a second and then explodes with the brightness of an entire galaxy. A supernova. In that one moment, elements heavier than iron are forged. Gold, silver, uranium, they are all created in the heart of a supernova. Without this explosion, the universe would be a simple place of hydrogen and helium. The supernova provides the complexity. It provides the colors. Your own struggles are like a supernova. They are intense, they are difficult, but they forge the most valuable parts of your character. They create the gold in your soul. Every explosion in your life has left behind something precious. You are a collection of supernova remnants. You are made of the debris of greatness. If the star was large, its core collapses into a neutron star. It is only 10 miles wide, but it is so dense that it is essentially a giant atomic nucleus. Imagine a star that spins 700 times per second. Imagine a magnetic field so strong it curves the paths of atoms. A neutron star is the limit of what matter can be before it disappears entirely. It is a world of pure physics, a place where gravity has almost won. It is a monument to the power of the universe to pack so much into so little. You have that same power. Within your small frame, you carry the weight of infinite thoughts and infinite dreams, and then, there are the titans. When the most massive stars die, gravity wins completely. The core collapses into a point of zero volume and infinite density. A black hole. Around it is the event horizon, the point of no return. Once light passes this line, it can never come back. It is the ultimate mystery. What happens inside? Does time stop? Does space become a different dimension? Think of a black hole as a place of total privacy. No information can escape it. It is the universe's secret vault. Tonight, let your mind have its own event horizon. Let your worries pass the line where they can no longer reach you. Inside the horizon of your sleep, there is only peace. There is no outside world. There is only the singularity of your own rest. Let us shift our focus from the giant to the tiny. Deep within the atoms of your body, there is a world that is just as strange as a black hole. The quantum world. Here, particles do not have fixed positions. They exist as probability clouds. They are in many places at once until someone looks at them. This means that at the most fundamental level, the universe is a dream. It is a sea of possibilities. Nothing is solid. Everything is vibrating. Every atom in your pillow, every atom in your skin, is a tiny storm of energy. You are not a solid object, you are a shimmering field of light and potential. Feel that vibration. You are not bound by the rules of the big world. In your sleep, you can return to the quantum ocean, where anything can happen and everything is possible. In the famous double-slit experiment, scientists found that particles behave like waves of energy until they are observed. The act of looking changes reality. This means that you have power over your universe. How you look at your life changes what your life is. If you look at the dark with fear, it is a shadow. If you look at it with wonder, it is a star field. Tonight, choose to be a peaceful observer. Look at the darkness behind your eyelids and see it as a field of rest. By observing your own peace, you are creating it. You are the architect of your own quantum reality. Two particles can become entangled. This means that no matter how far apart they are, even if they are on opposite sides of the galaxy, whatever happens to one happens to the other instantly. Einstein called this spooky action at a distance. This is the ultimate proof of connection. You are entangled with the universe. You are entangled with the stars that made your atoms. You are entangled with every person you have ever loved. Distance is an illusion. You are never truly far from home because you are part of the fabric of everything. As you drift off, feel the invisible threads that connect you to the furthest nebula. You are being pulled by the same strings as the light of the most distant quasar. You are part of the web. We could zoom in even further, past the atoms, past the quarks, we would see the quantum foam. It is the very texture of space-time. It is a bubbling, chaotic sea of energy where space and time fluctuate. This is the static of the universe. It is the background noise of existence. Listen to the background noise of your own room. The hum of the air, the distant sound of a car, the silence itself. This is your personal quantum foam. It is the foundation upon which your life is built. It is the white noise of reality. Let it soothe you. Let it be the hum that vibrates you into a deep sleep. There is an invisible field that fills the entire universe, the Higgs field. As particles move through this field, they pick up mass. It is like walking through a field of snow. The snow sticks to you and makes you heavy. Without this field, everything would move at the speed of light and nothing could ever hold together. No stars, no planets, no people. The Higgs field is the weight of existence. It is what makes you real in the physical world. Tonight, feel the weight of the Higgs field. Feel how it makes you heavy and solid in your bed. It is the universe's way of giving you a body, giving you a place to rest. Embrace the heaviness. It is a gift of the cosmos. Let us move back out into the deep. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is not alone. It belongs to the local group, a collection of about 50 galaxies. Our biggest neighbor is Andromeda. Andromeda is a beautiful spiral, even larger than our own. It is moving toward us, and in 4 billion years, our two galaxies will merge. They will dance around each other, their stars passing through the gaps, eventually forming a single, giant elliptical galaxy, Milkomeda. This is the ultimate long-term plan. Even galaxies have a future they are moving toward. The universe is always seeking union. It is always seeking to merge and become something larger. You're part of that movement. Your life is a journey toward union, with yourself, with others, and with the night. Imagine drifting far beyond the orbit of Neptune, beyond the Kuiper belt, and into the vast, spherical shell of icy objects known as the Oort Cloud. This is the ultimate frontier of our solar system, a place so distant that the sun is no longer a warm disk, but merely the brightest star in a sky of infinite blackness. Here, trillions of icy bodies, some as small as a pebble and others as large as a mountain, have been floating in a state of perfect preservation for 4.5 billion years. They are the primordial leftovers of the birth of our world, a frozen library of time that has never been touched by the heat of a star. Visualize yourself floating among these silent, icy sentinels. There is no wind to disturb the dust, no sound to break the silence, only the ancient, steady pull of a distant gravity. Each comet here carries the original water of the cosmos, the same water that now flows through your veins and fills the oceans of Earth. As you drift in this icy cathedral, feel the profound stillness of the deep dark. You are at the very edge of home, looking out into the interstellar void. Let your mind become as quiet and as cold as an Oort Cloud comet, preserved, peaceful, and entirely at rest in the cradle of the infinite. As we turn our gaze back toward the earth, we must acknowledge the invisible guardian that keeps us safe while we sleep, the magnetosphere. Imagine the earth as a giant heart, beating with a magnetic pulse that extends thousands of miles into space. This field is not visible to our eyes, but it is a shimmering shield of energy that deflects the violent winds of the sun. Visualize the solar wind, a stream of high-energy particles, rushing toward us at 1,000,000 miles per hour, only to be caught and diverted by this invisible web of protection. Near the poles, some of these particles leak through, creating the aurora borealis, dancing curtains of neon green, ethereal violet, and soft crimson that ripple across the polar skies like a celestial silk. This is the universe's way of showing us that even in the silence of the night, there is a magnificent battle of light being fought to ensure our peace. You are protected. You are shielded by a force that has been steady since the beginning of the world. Feel the magnetic lines of the earth cradling your body, holding you against the surface of the planet as it spins through the void. You don't need to protect yourself tonight, the earth is doing it for you. Sleep in the security of the shield, wrapped in the invisible silk of the aurora. Let us consider the incredible journey of light, for it is the only messenger we have from the distant reaches of the cosmos. Think of a single photon, born in the heart of a star 10 billion light-years away. For eons, it has traveled through the absolute vacuum, crossing the vast voids between galaxies where there is nothing but the expansion of space itself. It has passed through the shadows of black holes, bent by gravity like a diver through a hoop, and filtered through the crystalline dust of ancient nebulae. This tiny spark of energy has carried its message across the entire history of the universe, just to reach your eye tonight. Light is not just a thing we see, it is the heartbeat of time. When you look at the stars, you are literally touching the past, reaching out across the billions of years to connect with a fire that might have already gone out. Imagine your own consciousness as a beam of light, traveling through the darkness of your thoughts. You are capable of reaching any distance, of visiting any galaxy, and of returning home in a heartbeat. The light of the universe is within you, forged in the same furnaces as the stars. As you close your eyes, let the internal light of your soul expand, filling the room, filling the world, and eventually merging with the ancient light of the furthest quasar. You are a being of light, resting in a world of shadows. In the common world, we think of a vacuum as nothing, but in the deep wisdom of the cosmos, there is no such thing as nothingness. Even in the emptiest space between the galaxies, the vacuum is alive, bubbling with a hidden energy that scientists call quantum fluctuations. Imagine the dark void as a calm, black ocean, but as you zoom in closer and closer, down to the smallest possible scale, you see that the water is boiling with potential. Tiny particles and their opposites are popping into existence and disappearing again in a fraction of a billionth of a second. The universe is breathing, even where there are no lungs. This tells us that silence is never empty. It is a reservoir of infinite possibility. Your own silence tonight is not a lack of thought, but a field of potential. Within your quiet mind, new ideas, new dreams, and new forms of peace are popping into existence, waiting for the morning to be realized. You are a part of this living vacuum, a part of the energy that powers the expansion of the stars. Let the nothingness of the night be your comfort. It is not a hole to fall into, it is a soft, energetic cushion that supports your very existence. You are never truly alone in the dark, for the dark itself is a humming, vibrating field of life. In the common world, we think of a vacuum as nothing, but in the deep wisdom of the cosmos, there is no such thing as nothingness. Even in the emptiest space between the galaxies, the vacuum is alive, bubbling with a hidden energy that scientists call quantum fluctuations. Imagine the dark void as a calm, black ocean, but as you zoom in closer and closer, down to the smallest possible scale, you see that the water is boiling with potential. Tiny particles and their opposites are popping into existence and disappearing again in a fraction of a billionth of a second. The universe is breathing, even where there are no lungs. This tells us that silence is never empty. It is a reservoir of infinite possibility. Your own silence tonight is not a lack of thought, but a field of potential. Within your quiet mind, new ideas, new dreams, and new forms of peace are popping into existence, waiting for the morning to be realized. You are a part of this living vacuum, a part of the energy that powers the expansion of the stars. Let the nothingness of the night be your comfort. It is not a hole to fall into. It is a soft, energetic cushion that supports your very existence. You are never truly alone in the dark, for the dark itself is a humming, vibrating field of life. The universe is growing. Every second, the space between the stars is stretching, pushed by a mysterious force we call dark energy. Imagine the galaxies as seeds on the surface of a balloon that is slowly being inflated. As the balloon grows, the seeds move further apart, creating more and more room in the dark. This expansion is not a violent explosion. It is a gentle, steady unfolding. It is the universe making room for itself, stretching its limbs across the infinity. Feel that expansion in your own spirit. As you relax, let the space between your thoughts grow wider. Let the distance between your worries increase until they are like distant galaxies, so far away that their light can no longer reach you. You are becoming a vast, expanding universe of peace. There is no limit to how much you can grow, how much you can rest, or how much you can dream. The expansion of the cosmos is a reminder that there is always more room for quiet. You don't need to be crowded by the events of the day. You can stretch out into the dark energy of the night, becoming as large as the universe itself. You are the space, you are the growth, and you are the ultimate silence. Think now of the earth not as a spinning ball, but as a living record of time. Deep beneath your bed, the tectonic plates are moving at the speed that your fingernails grow, a slow, majestic crawl that builds mountains and opens oceans over millions of years. In the heart of the mountains, crystals are growing in the dark, atom by atom, creating perfect geometries in the silence of the stone. This is the pace of the earth, a geologic rhythm that ignores the frantic ticking of human clocks. Tonight, I invite you to sync your heart with the rhythm of the rocks. You are not a creature of minutes and hours. You are a creature of eons. Your body is made of the same minerals that form the granite peaks and the deep-sea trenches. Let your breathing slow down to the pace of a shifting continent. Let your thoughts become as still as a diamond in the deep crust. There is no hurry in the geologic world. The mountains have all the time they need to reach the sky, and you have all the time you need to reach the deepest level of sleep. You are as old as the hills and as steady as the stone. Rest in the ancient, mineral peace of the world. At the center of our Milky Way galaxy, 26,000 light-years away, sits a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A star. It is 4 million times the mass of our Sun, and yet it is smaller than the orbit of Mercury. It is a point of such incredible density and gravity that it holds the entire galaxy in a spinning embrace. Without this heavy, silent heart, the stars would fly apart into the void. Think of this black hole not as a monster, but as a silent conductor, orchestrating the movements of 200 billion suns. Within you, there is a similar center of gravity, a core being that remains unmoved no matter how much your life spins around it. This is your inner singularity. It is the part of you that does not change, the part of you that is always silent, always heavy with peace, and always steady. Tonight, let your awareness fall into that center. Leave the spinning arms of the galaxy behind and go to the quiet heart. In the center of the black hole, time and space as we know them cease to exist. There is only the eternal now. There is only the absolute presence of you. Sink into that gravity. Let it pull you into a sleep that is so deep, so dense, and so total that nothing can escape its peace. If we could hear the universe with our ears, it would be a chaotic and beautiful symphony of radio waves, pulsars, and cosmic static. The stars are constantly singing. Some sing in high-pitched whistles, while others hum with a deep, low bass that vibrates through the very fabric of space. The sun has a rhythmic heartbeat, a 11-year cycle of rising and falling energy that sounds like a slow, celestial drum. Even the distant planets have their own songs, the electronic chirps of Jupiter's aurora, the ghostly whispers of Saturn's rings. Tonight, imagine you can hear this music. It is the music of the spheres, a harmony that has been playing since the dawn of time. You are a part of this orchestra. Your heartbeat is a percussion, your breath is a woodwind, and your thoughts are the melody. When you sleep, you are not stopping the music, you are simply moving to a slower, deeper movement of the symphony. Let the cosmic hum vibrate through your pillows. Let it tune your mind to the frequency of the stars. You are in harmony with the infinite. You are in tune with the night, have traveled through the nebulae, we have stood on the frozen edges of the Oort Cloud, and we have felt the crushing gravity of the galactic center. Now, the journey is coming to its final, most peaceful destination, the center of your own rest. Imagine a heavy, dark velvet curtain slowly being drawn across the stars. One by one, the galaxies are being tucked away. The light of the sun is a distant memory. The light of the moon is a soft, fading glow. You are descending into the deepest valley of the night. There is no more distance to cover. There are no more mysteries to solve. The universe has given you all its secrets for today, and now it only wants you to close your eyes. Feel the gravity of sleep pulling on your eyelids, pulling on your limbs, pulling on your soul. It is a kind gravity. It is a gravity that says stay. Rest. Be. You are falling into a sea of dark, warm water, and as you sink, the noise of the world becomes a faint, unimportant echo. You are home. You are safe. You are the universe, finally closing its eyes to dream. Our journey through the billions of light years is coming to its end. We have seen the birth of suns and the evaporation of black holes. We have drifted through the diamond rains of Neptune and stood in the silent craters of Mercury. Now, it is time to return. Visualize your consciousness gently pulling back from the distant galaxies. Leave the Andromeda spiral behind. Pass through the curtains of the Milky Way's arms. Feel yourself descending back into our solar system, past the blue clouds of Neptune, the rings of Saturn, and the red dust of Mars. See the Earth again, that pale blue, glowing with a soft, familiar light. Come closer. Feel yourself entering the atmosphere, drifting down through the quiet clouds, over the dark oceans and silent forests, until you find the very roof of the building where you lie. You are back. You are home. But you are not the same. You carry the stillness of the deep space within you. Now that you are back in your room, let the scale of the universe settle into your limbs. Your legs are as heavy as the iron core of a planet. Your arms are as relaxed as a cloud of gas in a nebula. Your head feels light, like a photon floating in the void. There is no tension left. The gravity of the earth is holding you, but you feel weightless. You are no longer a person with a name, a job, or a list of things to do. You are a collection of atoms that have traveled for billions of years just to find this moment of rest. Let the boundary between your skin and the air vanish. You are melting into the mattress. You are dissolving into the silence. You are returning to the state of stardust. Quiet. Perfect. Eternal. In the far future of the universe, there is a state of perfect balance where all energy is evenly spread. No more heat, no more cold, just a steady, peaceful warmth. This is the state your mind is entering now. The heat of your worries has cooled. The noise of your day has faded. You have reached your personal equilibrium. Everything is flat. Everything is calm. Everything is equal. There is nothing to fix. There is nothing to change. The universe is content, and so are you. You are a part of the final, peaceful state of the cosmos. Like the universe at the end of time, you have finished your work. You are ready for the long, beautiful sleep. Time has no meaning here. The billions of years we spoke of are no different from the seconds of your breath. In this space, there is no tomorrow waiting for you. There is no yesterday holding on to you. There is only this singular, golden moment of existence. Imagine the hands of every clock in the world simply stopping. The sun stays below the horizon. The moon stays in its place. The stars stay fixed in their constellations. You are in a pocket of timelessness. You are in the eternal now. In this place, you cannot be tired, you cannot be anxious, and you cannot be lost. You simply are. You are the stillness. You are the night. The stars are sleeping. The void is warm. The light is gone. The peace is here. I am the dark. I am the light. I am the all. I am at rest. Your thoughts are now like distant, dying stars. One by one, they are winking out. The thoughts of today, gone. The thoughts of tomorrow, gone. The light of your ego, fading. The sense of I, dissolving. There is only the darkness, and the darkness is beautiful. It is the same darkness that existed before the Big Bang. It is a darkness full of love, full of potential, and full of rest. You are not falling into it, you are becoming it. You are the dark, soft blanket of the universe. Sleep is the universe's way of letting us start over. It is a gift of forgetfulness. As you sink deeper, let the memories of who you are drift away like autumn leaves in a cosmic wind. You don't need them where you are going. You are entering the realm of the great dream. In this realm, you are everything and nothing. You are a traveler without a map, a bird without wings, a star without a name. Let go of your story. Let go of your life. Become the empty, beautiful space between the stars. Can you feel it? The very faint, slow pulse of the universe? It is the same rhythm as your slow, deep heartbeat. Thump, thump, thump. The entire cosmos is breathing with you. Galaxies are expanding and contracting with your lungs. You are the heartbeat of the all. You are safe. You are held. You are exactly where you belong in the infinite design. There is nothing to fear in the dark, for the dark is your origin and your destination. It is the womb of all things. Visualize one tiny, tiny spark of light deep in the center of your chest. It is the last bit of your waking self. Watch it as it grows smaller, and smaller, and smaller. It is becoming a microscopic point. And now, even that spark is turning off. The light is gone. The darkness is complete. And in this darkness, there is the most profound peace you have ever known. It is the peace of the stars. It is the peace of the void. The journey is over. The silence is absolute. You are the universe, dreaming of a human life. Now, the human is asleep. And the universe remains. Good night, Stardust. Good night, traveler. Good night. Good night.